Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to repeat some things about detachment because detachment is a term that is often very misunderstood. And people think that detachment means to go cold, to be emotionless, to be in the state of apathy, to lose feelings, to move on, to find somebody else, to forget about your person. People often think that this is detaching. And I think this is the main reason why some clients are even afraid to detach and are afraid to follow the vibrational advice and work. And I do hear that from them. But what if I move on? Then, how will I will not want my person back anymore when they come back. Detachment is none of these things that I've just mentioned. So if you think detachment is about losing feelings, about you know, being in apathy, about not feeling things. That is not detachment at all. Because when you are like trying to go emotionally unavailable or you're trying to go cold, you're basically trying to control your emotions and yourself. Detachment is not about control. You know, attachment is about control. Detachment is about letting go. That's why we call it letting go as well. It's about letting go of control, and it's about freedom, and it's about peace. That's what attachment is. So, detachment is that state in which you are feeling good about yourself, even though you are no longer with your person at this moment. Detachment is the state of mind where you're feeling peaceful. Because let's talk about what attachment is. Attachment is about trying to control things. It's about worrying all the time. It's about anxiety. When you're attached, you're like always worried, always anxious. So, love in general should be detached. If you are kind of associating attachment with love, this is not really healthy. And detachment, if you're associating detachment with the lack of love, the lack of emotions, you're very much wrong because it's not about that. So, detachment is about your state, your vibration, how you are feeling internally. If you're feeling anxious and if you are feeling worried, if you try to control things, if you want to control things, if you're feeling needy, desperate, any of those things, those are the signs of attachment. And if you're feeling good about yourself, but yes, you still love your person, and yes, you want them back, definitely, but you are not attached to that, your life does not depend on that. Because when you are attached and when you are in that state of anxiety, it's like your life depends on it. It truly is, because it ruins your mood. You can't eat, you can't sleep, maybe for some extreme cases. You basically lose any will to do anything for yourself, to do well in school or at work or whatever it is. You simply feel in a bad mood because without this person that you're attached to, you just don't feel good because this person is controlling your emotions. You have given the control over your emotions to this person. And now, if this person doesn't text back, your whole day is ruined. If this person doesn't, validate you in some way, your whole mood is ruined. And that is not normal, guys. That is absolutely not normal. And if you're associating this state with love, then you have never ever been in a truly peaceful, high vibrational state. Because love is about freedom, believe it or not. And we try to control it because obviously there's a fear of losing it, there's a fear of getting hurt. So, What I'm trying to say is that detachment is not about losing feelings. It's not about going cold or acting cold. It's not about moving on. You can be detached and in a relationship, and that's how it should be, like living your own life, feeling good, also having your person and being happily in love. It all goes together. Opposed to attachment, where let's imagine you are in a relationship and you are anxious all the time and you're like texting your person all the time, you need validation all the time, you don't feel good if your person doesn't text you within 5 minutes or so. That is not love, that is attachment. And it's a different thing. It's a different thing. To truly love somebody absolutely means to be detached. Absolutely 100%. So, detachment, what we talk about all the time on the channel, detachment, letting go, that is a very natural state in which we all are supposed to be and were until, something like this has happened, or maybe until we met somebody and fell in love, or whatever the case is. But that is actually our natural state, detachment. That should be our natural state. That should be the state we are always in, detached. It doesn't mean that we don't care. It doesn't mean we're not interested. It doesn't mean we don't have feelings. It doesn't mean that we don't expect things. It doesn't mean that we don't want things. So, detachment is portrayed in a wrong way, and people often have the wrong idea about it. It doesn't mean any of that. It only means that we are not attached to it. We are not obsessing over it. We are not anxious about it. We are not worried about it. We are aware that we will be fine with or without it. We would love it. We would love for it to be with it, but if it's without it, we are not going to die from that. And we are completely fine on our own. We know that we have a great life. We know who we are. We give ourselves validation and we know we're worthy. So that is detachment. Detachment is getting to know yourself really well and being comfortable with yourself and, not trying to force, not trying to control other people. That's what detachment is. And I hope everybody kind of has an idea about what detachment is. It's a beautiful, normal state that we all should be in. That's what it is. It's not something where we are emotionless or where we don't care, when we are like, whatever. That's not what detachment is. Of course, we're going to care about things. It doesn't mean, however, that we are going to be obsessed and anxious about it and thinking we're going to die without it or needy for it. It's a whole different thing. So, I hope this is clear. I really do. If anybody has any more questions, this is one I get a lot. Please ask if you have any ideas or anything you would like me to explain. If you have listened maybe to some audios about some of these questions and you still, I haven't maybe explained it well enough, or maybe you don't understand it well enough, we can explain it differently, we can explain it more thoroughly, whatever you need. There are no stupid questions. Remember, guys, it's better to ask than not to. And I love you, and I hope you are having a lovely day. Bye.